Welcome to the world of product or period costing. We're going to step through this flowchart to determine whether something is going to be recorded as a product cost or a period cost or just as a regular expense. So the first thing we need to ask ourselves is the cost incurred in getting the stock into a condition or location ready for sale. This could be things like modification expenses, freight in, anything that has to do with getting the stock into a condition, so getting it ready so it's right to be sold, or a location, so getting it into the shop, ready for sale. So if it's not one of these things, then we record it as an other expense. Examples would be rent, wages, electricity, freight out, or anything like that. The expense is not directly related to the stock. It's just the cost of doing business. If yes, the cost is incurred in getting the stock into a condition or location ready for sale, we then need to ask whether it can be allocated to each unit of stock on a logical basis. A logical basis essentially just means, does it make sense? If no, it's a period cost, and this cost will be reported as a cost of goods sold in the income statement. This means that the full expense will be incurred during that reporting period. If there's no logical basis, it could be due to the fact that, for example, if it was freight in, it was on one delivery and there were many different kinds of stock that all had different cost prices. So there's no easy way to directly link or directly trace the proportion of the total cost back to each individual unit. If there is a logical basis, that's when we have a product cost. The product cost is included in the unit cost price. So the cost price, originally we've had what you buy or what you pay for each unit of stock from the supplier. In this case, if we can classify the cost as a product cost, we can incorporate that expense into the cost price of the stock. An easy way that we can know that is if the expense says per unit after it. So it's $10 per unit, and it's a cost incurred in getting the stock into a condition or location ready for sale. That's a very easy logical basis to allocate the expense. So it needs to be traceable to one particular line of stock. So if it's the freight in, but there's only one kind of stock in the delivery, and it's a nice easy number, say $100 over 100 units, we go $100 divided by 100 units would be $1 each. So it would include $1 of freight in expense in the cost price of the unit of stock. So it's very easy to allocate this cost. We don't have to use some complex mathematical formula.